What's good? It's Chigozy. It's Thursday, November 29th, 2018. Trump 29 is the 29th. It's a date with a lifeless number of 51. In the gematria, the practice of coding numbers behind words, federal equals 51, F's the sixth letter, E's the fifth, D's the fourth, add them all, 51. Conspiracy equals 51. The Bavarian Illuminati, the grandfathers of conspiracy, pretty much. You hear conspiracy, you think of the Illuminati. The Bavarian Illuminati, founded May 1st, 1776, by Adam Weishaupt. 51. Conspiracy, 51. You see this? So that's why today, a date with a lifeless number 51, we get propaganda. Michael Cohen now admits talks over Trump Moscow Tower continued well into 2016 campaign. The conspiracy about the elections with Russia. Russia conspiracy by these numbers. On top of that all, Russia equals 24, a date with 24 numerology. It was the 58th presidential election. That's what's also a date with 58 numerology. 11 plus 29 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 8 is 51. So is 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 9 plus 20 plus 18, 51. So in two configurations, you get 51. We get this type of propaganda. So this video will see why. And we uncover a new pattern. At least I uncover a new pattern. You might already know about this pattern. But pay attention to what they emphasize in the propaganda. I call it out in the video, but they'll emphasize a phrase. And look at what it sums to. In light of this piece, it was on commercial break, and it came back at 2:31 p.m. So the times that the propaganda comes back from commercial, and again, the companies that advertise during the commercial break is the same exact company that runs this propaganda. The federal government is an organization, a one world order, Zionist, Jew, Freemasonic, old world order, the Jesuit order of the Catholic Church. These are their colors. This is their propaganda. Jesuit 21, 231 is the 21st triangular number. Saturn also equals 21. This is Saturnian propaganda from the Zionist Jew federal government. So pay attention to this 231, download 31, and see what it sums to when we see what's emphasized. That's why they come back this time. So hope you enjoy the video.
Today from Michael Cohen that he lied to Congress on a number of facts as it pertained to the Trump Tower Moscow meeting. I spoke to Rudy Giuliani, the president's attorney, who said there is no contradiction. And here is a quote. He talked about, let's see, let me just find the quote that I had, how he responded to that question. As far as he knew, there was a proposal. He did discuss it with Michael Cohen and signed a non-binding letter of intent, and it never went beyond that. That is what he says the president responded to in response to a question from Robert Mueller in that set of questions recently about the Trump Tower Moscow. He said it was one of several questions. There were subparts of that question, but that the president's answer was more broad, that yes, he was aware of this proposal and that he signed this letter of intent, but it never moved forward. And so he says there is no contradiction to what we're finding out today. In other words, what the president responded to Robert Mueller with doesn't contradict what we're hearing from Michael Cohen today. That is significant. Now, in terms of timing, there's a question of whether Robert Mueller's team was waiting to get the answers to the questions before having this plea deal announced today. And Rudy Giuliani says he doesn't know if that was the case, but if they were trying to be sneaky, he says that didn't work. And it's very clear the strategy here is to attack Michael Cohen's credibility. He kept saying, look, this is a guy who is now a proven liar. He pleaded guilty today to lying to Congress. That is something that the president and his team are really seizing on today as they try to frame the story.
Okay. Pam, thank you. Ashna Rengappa is back with me. And just so we're all digesting all of this together. So if Giuliani is saying that there was no contradiction between what Cohen,
this came back from commercial at 2:31.
What Trump said to Mueller,
talking about this now,
his written answers, no contradiction. Then how does that explain Trump this morning saying Cohen lied?
New World Order.
This is a Jedi mind trick, if you ask me. Okay, so let's
total Jedi
21st
mind trick.
Let's
triangular number. Saturn.
Cohen's timeline is the true timeline that in fact happened. We know this because Mueller has emails backing it up. He's filed an information, which means that he is able and willing to corroborate and substantiate it.
50 numerology.
Trump
today.
attacked Cohen this this morning for being a liar. If Trump's answer was
Scottish.
the same as Cohen's, why would he then call Cohen
Trump numbers.
a liar?
Calling himself
A.
a liar. Right.
Okay. B, if Trump has all
Freemasonry
along
numbers.
maintained
Donald
that,
J. Trump.
this deal
or
was going
48.
on this whole time, why would he have allowed Cohen to perjure himself in front of Congress and had never corrected the record at the time? Why would Cohen randomly go rogue and lie if that wasn't in the agreed upon story? I mean, none of this makes sense. And I think the only way for Giuliani to put his money where his mouth is to show the public the question that was answered and the answer that was given. Otherwise, Pixar didn't happen. It's basically where I come out on it.
Pixar, it didn't happen. Yes. He may say
Exactly.
one thing, maybe the answers indicate
we
something
never get
else.
anything.
Only, I feel like at the end of the day, every time I'm like, only Robert Mueller knows. And Trump all along during the campaign could have been transparent. He said he was. P.S. He wasn't on this whole Moscow project.
Correct.
Yeah.
No, that's the whole point, is that I don't even think the public heard about the Moscow project until Mueller's investigation started. And in fact, the fact that this was so underground, just to bring this into a different aspect of Mueller's investigation, the obstruction of justice thread on why Trump fired James Comey. Did he obstruct justice? This starts to get to what did he not want uncovered, and begins to add more meat to a motive behind wanting to do that. So that's another way that this is putting a nail in the coffin for the president.
Jedi mind trick. Asher and Gaba, thank you very much. Thank you. Much more on this. Plus, President Trump met with Vladimir Putin earlier this year after Russia interfered in the U.S. election. But now, Trump is canceling their G20 meeting because of a conflict with Ukraine? Is there a lack of consistency here? We'll discuss.
Ukraine 47. Let's see what they're throwing us here. Nothing to date numerology. So Ukraine's also 43. 14th prime, but nothing here. But President 110, Trump 47. That's why Ukraine's always in this too. But remember, the main key today is Russia. Russia, Ukraine. That's why. And I think it's a really good lesson. Yes, Ukraine doesn't have the date numerology, but again, this is about Russia's relations with Ukraine, and the U.S. now is involved. Well, they're always involved in this type of propaganda. Russia 24. So that means Ukraine loves participating in propaganda by the numbers of Russia. Ukraine used to be part of the USSR. I mean, they still are. I don't care what the history books tell you. It's all the same. 40 seconds left in this, so I guess that's it for this. But I just want to start doing, using these free trials I get for a purpose. And maybe if I do it like that, because if I do it too much, they can copyright strike. I know it's news and it's fair use, but guys, these are Zionist Jews. They can still copyright strike my videos. 6-1 to 18th prime, Sun 18, 06 months 1 day, Mason 62, Sacrifice 62. The time when Trump, I think, appointed him or something, happened, some big ritual. I didn't do a video on it, but it was 39 days from his birthday, from Donald Trump's birthday. He does Rudy Giuliani. This was in the fall. Maybe I have to look that up again, but it's, New York 39. This is a New York actor, so it's Donald Trump. 2 Zionist Jews. And even then, I like these videos because you heard everything they said. It doesn't make sense. The narrative they're giving you is stupid. Oh yeah, they all agree, but the timing's now bad. So that, they're trying to attack Mueller and do this and discredit them and Mueller and shit. It's a back and forth bullshit show. It doesn't never make sense. It's not even that entertaining. 6 in 10 Americans disapprove of the job Donald Trump. Just like we saw 6 month 1 days from Giuliani's birthday, the 18th prime, Sacrifice 46. This is a different piece of propaganda. This is from some days ago. But it's all Donald Trump propaganda. So we'll close that there. I just wanted to record that while I could do a little video on it. Cuomo Prime. We'll see if we get anything with this. Is any gem. Cuomo Primetime. You can decode that. These are all coded by the numbers. They kept saying Jedi mind trick, dividing, or order out of chaos. Excuse me, order out of chaos 222, America 129, prophecies from the book of prophecies from the 66th book of the Bible, which is Revelation's book of prophecy. Route 33 gets 66. Judaism 77, federal government on the 77th meridian, Washington, D.C. Chris Cuomo, CC 33. So, without dragging this on,